Kane, it's 1-0. We're fucking down. 13th in the championship. The takeover happened, as I said it would. People will be... Oh, when have we got Leeds? Well then, good morning to you all and welcome back to the Just Joe football show. Now then, people, I hope you're all doing well. Yeah. I know I am too. Got loads to, well, I say loads to get through. I think it's going to be more of a relaxed rant, shall we say. More of a relaxed rant and more of a little chinwag. Just before we get into it, though, public service announcement for everyone that watches, or for those that think they watch and then hear on the grapevine or whatever, or for things that get written elsewhere on different bloody platforms, whatever it may be. The facts are, I don't give a shit. If you don't like my opinion, you don't have to watch. You know, that's as simple as it is. I don't do this because I want to try and create a character. This is me. Okay, like the song goes, this is me. I'm not in the process of, you know, premeditating ideas of how I'm going to react and what I'm going to say. You know, I flip-flop because I'm fickle. I was happy last week. I was annoyed 2 days yesterday because of the news that came out. You know, my mood changes depending on what day it is. I might wake up on the wrong side of the bloody bed. Do you know what I mean? These things happen. There is nothing premeditated about what I tweet. Do you know the facts are? You have to use fucking Grammarly. I have to use Grammarly to help me tweet to a sufficient level because I can't fucking punctuate. So if people want to say that, and I've never been able to punctuate. I went through uni. I had to speak into my computer and get Grammarly to convert it into fucking sentence structures for me. So then people that think I have any sort of fucking foresight to think, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to create all these... Come on, man. I'm just a normal guy that's opinions goes up and down depending on which way the fucking wind is blowing. Do you know what I mean? And it's really frustrating that people, you know, try and, you know, create this picture that you're creating controversy for controversy's sake. You're, you know, doing all this. It's not. It's just, I want people to know that my opinions fluctuate. Now, of course, my annoyance with the current situation is because I can see it happening again. I can see it happening again, and I'm getting told the same rhetoric that I got told last summer, that it's not the end of the window. There's still 3 weeks. You know, it's 4 weeks left, then 3 weeks, then 2, then 1. Do you know what I mean? All these different things. And, you know, I'm only giving you my opinion. If you don't like it or you disagree, then what I would say to you is start your own stuff. Start your own stuff and portray what you want out there. Portray what you want out there. I know it's easier said than done, but you start from somewhere, right? You start from somewhere. I was in a fucking garage, you know, overweight, drinking a lot, you know, looking like one of the, you know, looking like a terrorist, like a white terrorist sat in front of a flag, like that Big Bad Barry, as people used to call me. And now I'm feeling better. I'm feeling good, and I'm trying to just give you my and I'm only ever honest. So please, like, know that this is how I'm feeling right now. Know that I woke up this morning and seen a tweet from the YEP saying the club are deliberating over whether to sign Sam Byram again, and I'm like, what? Why are we deliberating? We don't have any left backs. Leo Hjelde a centre-back come left-back. Why are we deliberating over this? The guy's contract will be next to nothing. What we doing? Now, of course, they may still sign him, but they have to sign him before Friday for him to play a part in Cardiff. So then I get pissed because I'm like, well, what if Hjelde pulls up? Then already game one, after dropping out of the Premier League, we might be down a striker and a left-back and having to pay Cody Drama in at left-back or Dan James up top. And that's why I'm pissed. And I think that's fair enough to be pissed about that situation. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't understand why people don't see the reasons why I'm annoyed. There's reasons behind it. Mr. 5J says, marching on together, bro. Of course, you can't please everyone. You can't please everyone, but I just need people to know that this is me. I'm not a character. You know what I mean? This is me. Big up to you all. Joe with the custard shirt. Yeah, I've decided to just wear more Leeds shirts now. Haters are going to hate. Yes, true. Yo, Joe from Oz. Will knows the score. Yeah, please do smash a like if you can. Big up to James as well, James Evans. Yes, my guy, it's LB. Make sure you go and subscribe to LB, by the way. Great City content creator. Leeds fans know him anyway from the propagandas on Square Ball, but he's got his own channel, so check it out. Nothing's happened, it's Mince. It's just I wanted to get something off my chest, that's all, because it is what it is. Just 1 second. Yeah, true, and that's it. Yeah. Yeah, Jim, I do, bro. Best believe that I don't mind the difference of opinion. Never ever think that I don't, because I like to have discussions. But when it gets into like stuff, I do block, Jim. Trust. My block list is long. Someone called me a bald something the other day. I just went, I can't be arsed with you. I'm blocking you. Yeah, I am bald, but I just can't be arsed with you. Walt Piglet says, we love the Just Joe football show, and I love you as well. Big up to Russ as well. I just wanted to get that off my chest, right? And this is where it comes from, Matthew. It comes from a place of passion. That is all. Yeah. Luke, I like the new away shirt. I didn't like the original picture, but after seeing it in the video, I'm going to buy it. I think I'm going to buy it. Right. Okay. So the reason for the video this morning then, right? So just jumping on the back of what I said yesterday, I feel that we're so underprepared. I feel like the 49ers have been pretty negligent with the current situation that we find ourselves in, yeah? That's genuinely my opinion at this point. So I think the fact that we don't have a recognised striker who's going to be fit, right? Because it's highly, highly unlikely at this moment in time that Bamford's going to be fit. We know he's made of plastic anyway. I don't know, actually. Plastic's quite durable, isn't it? We know he's made of biscuits. You know what I mean? And not your hobnob types. We're talking rich teas. At one dunk and they snap, and you've got to drink it from bottom of your brew. There's nothing worse than that, by the way. You know, when you forget that you've dunked biscuits and you'll go back to a brew and you go like that, and then there's rich tea all in your mouth. Minging. Yeah, it's happened before. But yeah, he's made of rich teas. His knees, his hammies are made of rich teas. So he's not going to be fit. Now, Rutter might be, because Rutter's didn't look that bad at the time. I just thought at the time I was going, no, what's up with him? But he ended up coming off. I thought he was more precautionary, but we'll have to wait and see. We will find out tomorrow, because Daniel Farke will do his pre-match presser, won't he, tomorrow? So yeah, so we will find out soon enough. Best believe that. Now, so then as a fan, I'm like, right, okay, so like Jamie says in the comments, we've got parachute payments. Parachute payments are plenty as well. What is it, 40 million or something? Now, I understand that we're still paying off transfer fees from previous seasons. But in order to counteract that, then for me, the ownership group, the conglomerate of people, need to put in some capital. That's what I would say. And I thought they've got cash money, yeah? So I would expect them to put in some capital. Now, it's not my money, so I'm probably going to spend it willy-nilly, and I understand they have to be a bit more pragmatic. And there is two ways you can do this. You can stay on the side of profit and sustainability, or you can blow a gasket and get promoted at the first time of asking and then not be asked, which is the route Leicester are going. Now, of course, and this is why I've likened it to Stoke, it can go tits up. Look at West Brom. West Brom are in a similar sort of situation this time because their parachute payments are run out, and now they're just one of the Championship. And this is what happens, and also, as LUFC Loss rightly says in the comments, they saved 200 million from us going down. So they were willing. I mean, God forbid we're in the Premier League. Bloody hell, I'd be worried about what kind of spending. And I shouldn't. I shouldn't be feeling like this only a month and a half into a brand new ownership. But I'll come back to the point of they've been here in situ since 2018. Yeah, this whole thing of I was sat in the passenger, You were involved in the meetings, though. You're in the Calvin Phillips documentary, sat next to Radrizzani. You were involved in the meetings, and it was your money. You were putting money in. There was also money in put in by yourselves, I believe. And also, if we remember, like for those that are going to believe the rhetoric that the club were just silent partners, my case in point to you would be what happened with the Jack Harrison deal then, because Radrizzani was willing to sell him, and he was at Leicester outside the fecking training ground, Peter Rodham wingy style, and then the 49ers says no. Well, that's not a silent partner to me. That's someone that has some sort of control. So I think it's not as cut and dry as people and the owners would have you believe. Now, admittedly, you know, this might seem very, very well. It probably is. It's reactionary after such a short space of time. But my thing is, I expected more already. I feel that we're already on the back foot. Someone said to me earlier on, I know he's in the chat, I forgot his name. He said the Championship, everyone's not done business. It's not true. It's like the Wild West. They're all doing business. Huddersfield are doing business. Bloody Cardiff, who have got an embargo, have signed more players than us. They got a transfer embargo and they're signing Carlan Grant and more players on top. You know, we did the Cardiff Preview, opposition preview, got a new centre-back from the Turkish league and many others. And they're under an embargo. So make it make sense, people. So I understand being methodical and all this sort of stuff, but the fact that you are dithering, and that's what it is, dithering and deliberating over Sam Byram. Now, I'm not saying just sign him up. Okay, forget his injury record, sign him up. My point is, if you're not going to get him, then get a proper left back who you know's fit, who you know's ready to go, because we don't have a proper recognised left back. Yeah. Do you see what I'm saying? We don't have a proper recognised left back. And everyone goes, Kielder, yeah, but he was a centre-back come left-back. This is what I'm saying. We shouldn't be in this situation. For me. You shouldn't be. Why should we? It's frustrating for me as a fan. Because I don't think we should be in a situation where, first and foremost, we're even having to sign Byram on a deal. And I don't mind the Byram deal, but that's straight away is a bit of an issue, right? What are we doing here? Because we were told we were in for Manning. And that's a proper signing for the Championship. That shows you being aggressive. That shows you mean business. He's gone Southampton. And the facts are, Southampton up to this point haven't lost a lot. Solis, who's just gone, but they bought Manning in before that and others before that. They've still got James Ward-Prowse and Lavia on the books. It's probably going to generate about 80 million for them. And again, that is also a shit show that we've found ourselves in, because we should have maybe been able to generate that. And we still might, or close to, if Adams leaves. Someone actually messaged me, a Brentford fan, who told me, I forget the guy's name now, who we were linked with. What was the guy's name who worked in the back room? I forgot his name. Lee. I've got Lee Dykes in my mind. Is that right? Lee Dykes? He was involved in the Athletic. I think it was Lee Dykes. Yeah. He told me straight off the bat when that news came out, he went, it's bullshit. This guy, I'm not going to name names, he messaged me and said, it's bullshit. And how do I know? He said, because I've spoke to him directly. Okay. Now he messaged me actually last night, this person, and said to me, we're really pushing for Brennan Johnson. But if Brennan Johnson doesn't come off, then we're looking at a winger that was injured quite a lot last season, and I'll leave it at that. Now, that read to me as Sinistera, or one of them. And I asked him the question, and he won't give me any more. But it read to me, Sinistera, why are you reaching out? Why are you telling me that? Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. So we still might be able to bring in cash. Because these players are better than the level that we currently find ourselves in. Yeah. And maybe we'll be able to bring close to 80 million, and like Leicester have, like Southampton have. But my thing is with that, right? They've already been proactive though, How many times as a football club under the previous ownership were we reactive? Leaving it to the final day? Cody Gakpo, Bamford, Dithering, Willie Gnonto. Willie Gnonto was a fluke. I know we were tracking him, but Willie Gnonto was a fluke. Now, it might not be Cine. I'm just relaying what I was told, you know. That it might be false, but the Dykes thing's gone massively quiet, hasn't it? At first, when I seen it, I was a bit like, right, okay. But the fact that it has gone massively quiet and we've gone to Steinson shows that whoever wrote that was chatting beans, really. And why would you want to come to Leeds from Brentford? Rightly so. And to be honest, after listening to The Athletic did a two-parter sort of documentary thing on Brentford behind the scenes, talking to Thomas Frank, Lee Dykes, a few players like Matthias Jensen, etc. Christian Eriksen. It was great. It was great, by the way, but like listening to it. So if you've got an hour or two, go listen to it, because that's how a football club should be run. So when I heard that at the time, I was thinking Lee Dykes isn't leaving that, not based on what's coming across there. But anyway, yeah. So where am I? As you can see, I'm pissed at the minute. I will be doing a Cardiff preview. Now, let me just qualify something. I still think we'll do well in the league. Yeah. That doesn't change the fact that I'm still pissed. This is what I'm saying. Someone said to me, I think it was Xandro, who I know watchers, said to me on social media, you said we were going to win the league the other day. It doesn't change the fact that I still think we will be competitive in this division, because the quality is there. I don't rate the league as much. Yeah, I do not rate the league as much as previous leagues. And do I think if we kept what we've got, which is one angle the 49ers said in the article yesterday, or Joe Donoghue printed, do I think we still have enough quality? Yes. Do I think it's like massively? Do I think it's a little bit negligent? Yes. Do I think we should do more? Yes. But provided everyone stays fit, we'll be fine. So both things can be right at the same time. You can be annoyed at the ownership because we've been there with Bielsa, right? They never gave him the tools that he needed. If they'd give him the tools, bloody hell, imagine what we'd have done. I'm reading that book at the minute, Marcelo Bielsa versus the Premier League by Rocco Dean. Great read. And it's giving me so many good memories of that time during COVID when we lit the Premier League up. Yeah. And the players were exceptional, bar Rafinha. So it can be done. Like Daniel Farke, for me, is better suited than any other manager in this division currently, because he's won it twice. He's been there, done that, wore the T-shirt twice. Do you know what I mean? So as good as Leicester are, Maresca, unknown quantity. As good as Southampton are, Russell Martin, it's a different kind of pressure to be at clubs that are further down the division. He's well thought of, but can he do it at a top club who are expected to be challenging the top two? Michael Carrick had a great end to the season with Borough, but Daniel Farke has won the league on 2 occasions. Yeah, so he's better suited. So we could literally go in with this squad and dick the league. That's a big if, but my point is, like Daniel Farke, a little bit like Bielsa, can make an average team very good. Yeah? Of course, they have Buendia, etc., but Pookie was picked up for next to nothing, wasn't really going places. Do you know what I mean? So we do. I tell you what as well, because someone's just mentioned Bamford, and this is Jaylen Brown. I agree with. We don't have quality up top, but outside of that, we do. You know, Sinisterra, Gnonto, Somerville, Rutter, these players. Yeah, but I was going to say, in reading that book, it reminds you just how many times, and this goes back to the Championship. How many big chances Patrick Bamford missed? It's just insane. Even them games, we're playing Leicester, we lose. Or Patrick Bamford had a chance to get us back into the game. Or Patrick Bamford had a chance to put us in front, but missed. So many times, you would not believe. And I'm only up to December. And as I'm reading it, I'm going, oh my God. It's mad. It's mad. Just how many chances he missed. So the fact that we're still here, and he got injured, and we don't have a striker. Now, admittedly, like everyone likes to tell me, and everyone who questions anything likes to say, Joe, the window's still open. I hear that, but I think we should have addressed this, because up to this point, we've addressed a midfielder. That's it. Because Meslier is going to start the season in goal. Yeah? Which I'm okay with. I've said that to you before. Meslier is decent. But we're going to have one new player. It's so light. What if he got injured? And again, these are hypotheticals, but they need to be discussed. They need to be discussed. Because what if he did get injured? What if, right, we don't register Byram, for example? Of course, I'd have preferred us to buy a fully fit left back, you know, Ryan Manning, for example, right? You know, what if they don't register Byram? I'm okay with giving him a contract, by the way. Two things can be right, remember. What if he gets injured? Then what? Then we're rushing through Byram for the game on Wednesday against Shrewsbury, trying to get him registered. Again, it's negligent. Again, it's late. It's pointless. If you're going to register him, just do it ahead of tomorrow. These people saying, yeah, but, you know, we're giving him to end of month. But what if Leo got injured? What were you then? Right. Drama if you're fit, by the way. Can you go left back again? You know what I mean? It's not, for me, it's not good enough. Like I said, you've got Cardiff City who are on a transfer embargo, and they've signed more players than us. That is not acceptable for me. Okay, not the signing amount. I'm just giving you a different point. But the point I'm trying to make is the bit that's not acceptable is as I've just explained about the situation at left back. Like if that goes tits up, then what? The fact that we don't look, the press conference will come tomorrow, and Daniel Farke might say Bamford and that's finished. But I still don't think we should be starting the season with Bamford anyway. And everyone might go, see, you were chilling overnight. But we can only give hypotheticals, right? I'm not a time traveller, you know? And I just think, what's Farke? How's Farke feeling in this scenario, by the way? Is he becoming frustrated? Is he becoming frustrated? Because I know I would, you know? I know I would, because it almost feels like we're being hamstrung a little bit. Like Jack says, imagine Ampadu got injured. Imagine Ampadu. Right. Big up, Andrew. Thank you. Elle says, you do like to rewrite history. You know me, mate. Bipolar Joe. I can't always be right, can I? I know you think I'm gassing up the team as it is, but I still think if everyone stayed fit for 46 games, we'd have enough, bro. But that's fine. You have a difference of opinion to me, Ellen. That is totally fine. You know that. But I do, because the first team has enough quality in it. You know, the first team does have enough quality in it, but it's underneath that. When does the window shut? It's the 1st of September, I think. I think it's the 1st of September. Let me just have a look. Window 2023. When does it open? I'll tell you now. Pete will be able to tell me in the comments. When does it shut? It just tells me when it's open. Someone will have told me in the comments. Let me go back. Is it the 7th? Is that right? I think it's September the 1st. I think it's September the 1st, LUFC 11. Or people are saying 7th? Why would ours wouldn't be open later? Let me have a look. I'm just going to have a look on Google now, just 1 minute. No, 11 p.m. Friday, September the 1st. Yeah. So yeah. September the 1st. So, you know, there's enough time. There's enough time, I guess, but no, it's September the 1st. I did think it was that. There'd be no way that ours would be open 7 days later than the rest of them. You know, I think the European market might be, but I think it's only a couple of days as well. But I think that might have changed. Maybe it'll be the same now. But I feel like doing a proper Jim White countdown clock at this point, because I'm just gonna have a look how long he's left actually. So we've got 29 days to be precise. Mark says play Dallas at left back. Yeah, I'd be down with that, Mark. That'd be an option, but he's not back, bro. He broke his leg as well. And that was about 18 months ago, if you remember that challenge on Grealish. When Jesse Marsh had us going out like Trojan horses. We're one of the, if not the single, no, not the, because there's been a lot worse, but in the last decade, the single worst thing to come to this football club. He ripped everything away, by the way. And if you remember in that game, I think no, Dallas got injured. I think Ayling had got a red card against Martinelli, and Dan James had got a red card against Cardiff. Do you remember when he was sending them out? Where's the yellow cards, man? Like mental, that guy. But yeah, Dallas, 18 months, broke his leg after snapping Grealish, coming off worse off. And now, I don't know how can we get him back to a point that's of a sufficient level. He might do, but again, it's a massive stretch. But then this is a game, when you say things like that, it makes me think of the previous ownership, because that's what they would do. They would go, do you know what? We've got Firpo. We're not going to be able to sell him. So we keep him. We've got Hjelde. We could also give Byram, and Dallas might be back in a few months. When anyone would look at it and go, do you know what? We need a new left back. We've needed a new left back for about 4 seasons. Let's just go get a new left back. But not this. And this is what I'm saying about how, we know that with Radrazani on about Forshaw, love art, all that jazz. And again, this is just an opinion, and I'm trying to qualify it. It looks to me that the same's happening again. Because don't forget that the previous ownership did also spend around 7 million on Patrick Bamford, rising up to 10, 11. So they spent that kind of money as well. They brought us Bamford, if you remember, and that was expensive at the time, but they did have to get rid of Ronaldo Vieira in the process. We've seen a lot of players go out on loan that will no doubt got massive wages off the books, would have also received nominal fees for them, but money nonetheless. A 3 million sale of, and John H is saying after we sold Vieira, and I'm qualifying it because we've also got a lot of money off the wage bill, as I was just going to say. Rodrigo also went for about 3 million, and we've brought in 2 players. Darlow for 400k, which is less than the money we got for Vorba. So already they're doing all right there, 100k. Nice. You've also sold Rodrigo and got Koch, Llorente, Christensen, Aronson, all their wages off the wage bill, and we brought in Ampadu. So is there a difference there? Is there a difference? I'm not too sure. And this is my point. And people, but like, yeah. I hope, Sam, I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. And say, yeah, I was wrong. But we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see, won't we? Yeah, right, okay. So but again, right, Louis, yeah, we do have a lot of good youth. We do, yeah. And I agree with you. But they need to be helped. Yeah. They need to be helped. You can't just bank on them. They need to have a little bit of experience in there. For me, definitely. I think maybe we will look at the loan market. Sam, by all accounts, we were serious in approaching City for Rico Lewis, which is mild, by the way, because I don't think that was ever going to happen. But again, this is me being proper. What's the word I'm looking for? like pessimistic or whatever, but I remember our previous owners would go for targets that they probably largely knew they won't get. Do you know what I mean? So Jalen says, you think getting you back in Prem? I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about that because Norwich did it with Farke before. And I always remember, or was it Alan Hansen who said you won't win nothing with kids when Man United romped it? So, yeah, I don't know if that's true, bro. Who do you support, by the way, Jalen? Because you've skeptic. That's it, Andrew. You've come in and given a lot of grief. I'm reckoning Millwall, potentially Cardiff, maybe even Huddersfield. I'm just constantly in Leeds United shadow, no doubt. Who is it you support, bro? Let us know. Chronicles, man, come on. You don't. You can circumvent them, mate, and spend a load of cash and go up, and nothing happens. You know what I mean? Nothing happens. So, yeah. I'm just. Oh, which one's that? Newcastle, Chef, Leeds. Which one, mate? Which one, bro? Give me some more. I need more than that. I don't know what that means. Could be Leeds United, Newcastle. You're being very harsh if you're a Leeds United fan, mate. Yeah, me sure. Again, that one, it's all gone quiet. This is what I mean, because it shows that I don't know if Leeds United are serious about doing deals. I've been just too awfully quiet, because if you look at it, Fabrizio Romano's top tier mentioned Mishu. Yeah. Phil here, who mentioned Nat Phillips. You know, Graham Smith mentioned Kamara. Miguel Delaney mentioned Brandon Williams. Again, he's, for me, knows a lot. So it's just wild, isn't it? Don't know what's going on. Are they willing to just let it run? Just let it run. You've got that pen again, you. Stop, man. Yeah, are they willing to just let it run? Which is, again, what the previous ownership used to do. Run the risk, run the gauntlet. But Chronicles, I said this yesterday, and I'll say it again, and this is my opinion. Every owner wants their team to get promoted. Every owner wants to get money. It's in right. Pack it in now, Perriers, right? Go out there with it, Bill. Take it with you, bro. Go on. Take it with you. Go on. Take it with you. You pack it in. Yeah, every owner would want them to do well. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. Oh, you're a Man United fan, Jalen. Have you ever been to Old Trafford, mate? Yeah, Oipa, I think that's coming, bro, because I mowed it as well. I seen a tweet from a lad called Darryl yesterday. I don't know if he has a certain bank account, but it can tell him what future payments are coming. And that was yesterday. It says your payment is due in 2 days. So I think we'll get it Friday, because I'm still waiting on mine as well. And they did say before the first home game. So I think, Oipa, that'll come Friday, mate. So yeah, let's have a look. Let's just go on. Barney says, Joe, you fickle man, laugh out loud. Signing next week. Mate, every football fan's fickle, you know this. Signing next week, 100%. I hope you're right. I do hope you're right, mate. Would you rather a free signing or keep singing onto on Jack? Yes, but what I would say in response to you, I would rather keep them, but we still need a striker and a left back. So, admittedly, the article says if them leave, then we'll replace them. And rightly so you would, because they're going to bring in cash. I have no doubt that that would happen. I'm not saying the 49ers won't do that. My point is, bro, is we still need a proper left back and we still need a striker. We still need a 10. Because at the minute, if we're being real, we've got 3 centre-backs, a centre-back come left-back or a left-back centre-back, whatever you like. We're still light in that area. We don't have a number 10 because we're playing wingers there. And we don't have a striker, one that we can rely on anyway. So, yes, I would rather keep Cini, Nonto and Jack, 100%, because I agree with you. In terms of potential, there won't be many better than Nonto in the division. Cini becomes the best player in the division, in my opinion, and Jack is just Mr. Consistent for me. I know people think he's not, but I rate him, especially at the Championship. Come on, man, he gobbles it up. It's easy. It's light work. So I would rather keep them 100%, a bit of continuity around the squad as well. But they aren't strikers, they're not left backs, and they're not 10s. So that's my issue. So yeah. Yeah, Oiper, money coming, big up. Yeah, Jason, that's what I prefer them to do, but it's their money and I get why they wouldn't. I get why they wouldn't. Yeah, Will. We have, man. We have. This is the point, isn't it, as well? Can you hear the dogs, man, scrapping? I hear Barney's point there, but also we still need players. You know what I mean? We still need players in other positions. I think that's my point. So yeah. Yeah. And yeah, like someone, Matty Ducker, if you're watching, our squad is more than good enough to beat Cardiff. I never said it wasn't. This is the thing. I don't believe that the won't it won't. I don't. It's not going to affect that game. All I'm saying is we're just underprepared. We're so underprepared, and we shouldn't be. Do you know what I mean? Jalen Brown says, "How come you think the championship is easy?" I don't think anyone said. I don't know why you're still here, bro. To be honest, but we've got more knowledge than you because we spent 16 years in it. Unfortunately, doesn't matter what owners. We don't seem to want a number 9. I know. Yeah. Yeah, it's frustrating, isn't it? It's frustrating, but I just wanted to give you my thoughts. Do I want Byram? Yeah, I don't mind Byram. I think we should be looking at a proper left back. Would have, but this is the thing. Like Jamie's just said in the comments about us lowering expectations, and that's what fans do. We do it ourselves, right? If we're being honest, when the season finished, if you'd have told us you will accept Sam Byram as a left back. So anyone who doesn't think that we're expecting too much or whatever, I think is wrong. Because if you'd have told us when the season finished, after Phil Hay did that article talking about Ryan Manning, Nat Phillips, Pirro, everybody, if you'd have said a week before, not even a week, 4 days before the season starts, you will accept Sam Byram as a left back, we'd have gone, are you smoking drugs? 100% we would have. We're now in a situation where we're going, okay, we'll accept it. It's all right. And that's what I feel a little bit like. No, I'm joking, Jalen Koshua. So that's the madness, isn't it? I don't think we're asking for too much. Yeah. So that's the mad thing, how I know I do myself because I am fickle and I try to see positives at time. That I'm saying, yeah, no, I don't mind the Byram one. And that's probably because we've seen a couple of games now that he's played. So it's like, yeah, okay. But yeah, it's a bit of a mad one when you deep it and think about it like that, that if someone would have said we're getting Byram, I think even if someone would have said you'd have signed Carl Darlow and Ethan Ampadu, just 2 signings, but I think we'd have also said, are you mad? Are you mad? So it's a bit mad, isn't it? It's a bit mad. But we move. What can we do? They're running the football club, right? Tony, maybe he has already signed, but there was an article this morning from the YEP saying Leeds United are still deliberating and don't want to be rushed into it and that, which I understand from their point because obviously he might be injured. But in that case, you've allowed yourself to get into this situation because you've not gone out and got a proper left back, one that is fit and you can count on. Like, I wonder, genuinely, like, who's acquired Byram? Ask yourself the question. Was it Nick Hammond or was it Daniel Farke? Did Daniel Farke speak to Sam? That's the mad thing. Did Daniel Farke say, have you not got... This is my thing. I actually don't know the process behind that, actually. Did he just come knocking and said, do you mind if I train while I keep fit 'cause I ain't got a club? Do you know what I mean? I wonder what the thought process was behind that. At what point did the conversation come round to, why don't we go get a player who's out of contract who's got loads of injuries? How did that come about? Do you know what I mean? That's worth thinking and mulling over as well. Because they're obviously having conversations about targets, etc. So at which point did someone say, why don't we just go for Byram? Do you know what I mean? Because he wasn't top one target. He wasn't top one target, was he? You know? Yeah. No one said it all, though, Matty. No one said that. And I know you've just responded to me on Twitter. I didn't say that we don't have enough for Cardiff. I didn't say that. That's what I mean. You write a statement and people take what they want from it, which is fine. That's social media. But I didn't say we'd get all our business done, but more than what we have. I think everyone would have agreed with that. Because you've just to look across the Championship. Again, we're coming up against Cardiff on the weekend, who are under an embargo, that have signed more players than us. You know, so I think we all thought. But again, it's how you perceive it, innit? You might look at it and say, "Oh yeah, well, let's assess it in the window." But I don't know. I don't know. 29 days, innit? 29 days, but who remembers when we said it was 29 days before the season started and we've only got 2 players in the door? So there's not that much to move on, is there? It's just frustrating, man. It's just frustrating. And that's where my head's at currently. And that could all change. And of course, if we win on Sunday, I'll be bouncing because you know how it goes. You know how it goes. I will be doing a preview, pre-recorded. Got my son tonight, so pre-recorded. I'll put that out this evening. Friday, Championship's back tomorrow, innit? So I'll be doing a watch along of Southampton versus Sheff Wednesday down at Hillsborough. And then Saturday night we'll be doing a big match preview live with the late night Leeds crew. Yeah, exactly. 45 Commando. This is the point, isn't it? You know, Sekumara, Armstrong, Onuachu, Shea Adams, Leicester have Vardy, Daka, Iheanacho. We've got Patrick Bamford. And if people are okay with that, then that's fine. That's fine. But 45 Commandos hit the nail on the head. Hit the nail on the head. You can't say fairer than that, can you? You know, that is the mad thing. When you actually deep it and say, all right, okay, yeah, oh. And more on top of that for them, by the way. And we've got Patrick Bamford, who is your only recognised number 9. And then I get called all sorts of names under the sun because I want better. I want better. And I'm a Bamford apologist, by the way. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't mind him even sticking around at the football club as a number 2, as someone you bring on towards the back. I don't want him to be number 1. There's some people that would just go get him out now. You know what I mean? So it's mad. It is. It's mad. But yeah. Anyway, we're moving it. Look, yeah, plenty of content more to come, as is always the case. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, and of course hit that notification bell. But yeah, I'm excited for the watch-alongs to start tomorrow and to get a look at other Championship teams as well. And then, of course, Leeds United kick off their campaign at home. Yeah, for sure. There is strikers out there for Leeds. There's left backs out there for Leeds. There's centre midfielders out there. There are a plenty, but we just need to get a going, don't we? Ideally. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace out. Leeds. Let me just check that I haven't missed a super chat. No, I didn't. I got them all in. Perfect.